When we open Style Creator to start creating a new style for our song, we are at first confronted with two settings that are usually confusing for those who are not familiar with musical notation. That is, for us who are mostly playing by ear. These two settings are pattern length and time signature. Here I will talk about time signature simply because that's the only setting in Style Creator which we cannot change later. That is, we can change. However, if we try to do that, we will get a warning message that the complete content, whatever we maybe did so far in our new style, must be deleted first. And that's the reason enough that we choose the right time signature. Now, we have some song in mind, and the question is, how do I know what time signature do I need in style to be able to create a style for that song? The simple solution seems to be open Google and you'll get the answer. However, I don't like such solutions because I think we need to understand why we need that particular time signature and why not some another. And not only that, if we understand that, then it will be much easier later for us when we will actually start to create content in the style. And that is what I will try to explain here. And once you understand that, you won't need Google for that anymore. Now, I won't explain each and every time signature, and I also won't go into details. I will try to do that by having a practical aspect in mind so that you will be able to use that knowledge as quickly as possible. Which means that I will say maybe certain things that you will simply need to believe me. Or even better, you try out by yourself and you will see if it's true or not. Now, to be able to understand time signature, we first must be able to play that song on keyboard without using a style. That's something to be expected actually. Now when I say able to play, I mean both part of the song. Rhythmic part with the left hand and melodic part melodic part with the right hand. That is, certain independency between left and right hand is to be expected. If you don't have it yet, then it's about time to start practicing. Now, luckily, we only need to learn two rhythms, and both are very simple. Now, we will play rhythm with left hand, and first rhythm that we need to learn is this one. 1 2 1 2 1 2. It's a 2-beat rhythm. Actually, it would be better if we would play 4-beat rhythm. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. However, this one is kinda complicated for beginner, maybe because we have a feeling that we need to count how many times we press this key while we play the melody. And so if you really wish to learn some 4-beat rhythm, then I recommend this one. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Trust me, this one is easier to play with a melody, even if it looks complicated, but it is easier to play than the previous one. But for our purpose, it is enough if we play this simple rhythm, because it's only a matter of counting. We can count up to 4 this rhythm as well. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2. Rhythmically, it's the same. And the second rhythm that we need to learn is this one. 1 2 3 1 2 3. It's with a 3-beat rhythm. And by knowing only these two rhythms, we can play almost every song. Now, the only challenge will be to find out which of these two rhythms we need for our songs, so that the song will sound properly, that it will sound the way that we know it. And this process should be natural. That is, we must have certain feeling or sense for rhythm. And that sense for rhythm, that's not something that we can learn. It's either we have it or we don't have it. If we don't have it, we cannot play music. Now, how do we approach? It depends on song. We can either start maybe with rhythm and then we'll slowly play, say, that rhythm is correct and speed is correct. Or we can approach differently, that we first play the melody and then we will add the rhythm. For example, now, of course, if melody or song is more, let's say, complicated, it will happen that we will maybe choose wrong rhythm. Let's see what happens. Same procedure. It simply sounds wrong. Now, it's similar with the second rhythm. We can start with rhythm, get the feeling, and then we start playing melody. You get the idea. Of course, this is famous waltz rhythm, but this rhythm is not used only in some classical melodies. It's also used in country, folk, popular music, of course. For example, I think that's Paul McCartney. Now, by only knowing these two rhythms, I said we can play any song. But the good part of this is, once we find out which rhythm we need to play with our song, then by doing that, we also actually determined which time signature do we need. Because if for our song we need to play first rhythm, then that means, because that's our, we play it 2-beat, but we use it as 4-beat rhythm. If we play 4-beat rhythm, 1, 2, 3, 4, then we need to choose time signature 4/4. First number determines the number of beats. And now you guess it. If we need to play this rhythm for our melody, then we need to choose time signature 3/4. And that's it. Now, how about other time signatures? Well, let me just say that you won't need them. Because even if some song is actually written by using 6/8 time signature, we can create perfectly fine style by using 3/4 time signature. And same is true for time signature 2/4 and 4/4. And because of that, we will only use 3/4 or 4/4. I hope so far it makes sense. Now, there is one thing that it will happen. You will say that you have a melody, quite simple actually, maybe, and you tried, sorry, and you tried first written and second written, and still it doesn't sound rhythmically right. It looks like your song needs some third rhythm. In that case, I would say that you are probably wrong. Let me show you something. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You notice that all three beats have the same duration. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. However, in music that's often not the case. It can happen that certain beats has longer duration than others. For example, first beat will have longer duration, and because of that the remaining two beats must have shorter duration, and so we will get something like this. But that is still our three beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. By making longer duration on first beat, we only actually set accent on first beat, but it is still 1, 2, 3 beat. You get the idea. Now, similar can happen with this first written. Now I'll show you an example. I am not perfect in playing that, but you will get the point. For example, now we will say, what a rhythm is that? What I'm trying to tell you, if you hear some song, don't be impressed by complicated rhythm, because in its core, it's a simple rhythm. It's only played in more complicated way. Even this one, the same is true for this song. We need to find out which of our two rhythms we need to use so that we can play that melody rhythmically correct, and we can use that. Okay, I'm more used on some other rhythm, not really this, but you get the point. We can play it with this 1, 2, 3, 4 rhythm, and that means for our melody we need to set time signature to 4/4. And that's it. That was all what I was about to say. I hope you find that informative and that you will make use of that. Till the next time.